Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. If you like these vids, then please subscribe to the channel and like and share. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Good morning guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex. I hope you had a great trading day yesterday. Please let us know, leave a comment, tell us how you're getting on. Today is Tuesday the 12th of April, and as always we're going to start with a recap of yesterday's trades, of Monday's trades. Alright, so from yesterday, if you remember back, we had three potential trades. The first one was this was the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. This is the day chart you're looking at. The reasons we got into this trade, guys, are these. Basically, because this last low here, this last low here was broken with this candle. All right, so structure changed on the day chart. So we were looking for shorts and we had a bearish candle. So the idea was just to take price back down to this psychological level of 6,800 and even leave some on the trade down to 6,750. All right, guys. So let's look at H1 to see what actually happened. All right, guys. So as you can see, guys, price didn't retrace up to our grey zone. Okay, so we didn't really have a chance to get in the trade. If you was being particularly aggressive with the trade, you perhaps could have got in on this candle here. This is obviously a clear bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Tells us sellers are firmly in control. So you could have got in on this candle, put your stop above here and trade this lower. Okay, but for me, guys, that's a little bit too aggressive. I need price to retrace up to this grey zone, which it didn't. So New Zealand US dollar, I didn't have a trade yesterday. Okay, next one was this was the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. We were seeing a bit of New Zealand dollar weakness. Again, the reason for taking this trade is these lows here, guys. These lows were just about taken out by this red bearish candle, guys. Okay, so only just did it close lower than these last two lows. All right, and the idea was just to take price back down to this area of support and then even this area of support here, this blue line or this blue line. Okay, guys, so we wanted to short this market. Let's see what actually happened on the H1. So guys, there were a few candles we could have entered on. Okay, so first of all, there was this one. This was a large bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Okay, so on the H1, this would have been a good candle to enter. But remember, guys, we must be aware of, does it make sense on the H4? Okay, so that candle happened at 1 o'clock yesterday. If we look at the H4, guys, just before 1 o'clock, we had this candle, this H4 candle form. Okay, so this kept me out of that particular candle. Okay, it wasn't until the next H4 candle formed, or even the next one. This tells me that we can perhaps start to get in on this trade. So let me show you which H1 candle I actually did enter on. So like I say, guys, that H4 kept us out of this H4, this H1 candle, entry candle. Okay, and this candle here, potentially you could have entered. All right, but for me, it wasn't until this candle here that I entered the trade. Okay, so this is a bearish engulfing pattern. I entered at the close of the candle. I put my stop above the entry candle, and the idea was to take it back down to these last lows here. As you can see, guys, that didn't happen, and literally this morning, yeah, I've just been taken out of the trade here. Okay, so yeah, that was an unsuccessful trade, but like I say, guys, we will have them as long as you follow your money and risk management. It's no problem. Okay, so yeah, New Zealand against the Canadian dollar, that was an unsuccessful trade. And then the last pair we looked at from yesterday was this. This was the euro against the Swiss franc. All right, the reasons for shorting this were this. Yeah, so price came back up, created a new high, created a new low. Then a new high wasn't created. So I wasn't exactly sure what was happening with this market until this low was broken. And as you can see, it was this candle that broke that low. And then since that day, we've had lots of rejection candles, okay, bouncing off of our grey zone, okay. And as you can see yesterday, it was a very bearish candle. It really did bounce off our grey zone, okay. So yeah, let's look at the H1 to see if we could get in on a trade and what happened. Okay, guys, so yeah, this was a very good trade. I hope you took it. So as you can see, guys, price come up to our grey zone as we anticipated. We had this candle. Yeah, we had this bearish candle. I mean, you could have entered on that, guys, but because of the candle before it, yeah, look at this H1 candle before it, or the last two H1 candles. Very, very bearish, okay? It wasn't until this candle here that I got a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, and this told me that sellers were firmly in control. So it was actually this candle here that I entered, okay? Obviously bouncing off this last high over here. Okay, so I entered on the close of that candle. I put my stop above the entry candle, and then I took price back down to the last H1 lows, which is this grey zone here, guys. All right, I closed 80% of the trade here, pretty much at this 0.150 point, and then I'm still in the trade for 20%. So I'm letting 20% run, you know, potentially back down to our higher time frame targets. All right, guys, so as you can see, this was a very good trade. This actually gave us a risk to reward. So we risked roughly, 14, let's say 15 pips, and we took profit here, and we got around 42 pips profit. So that's almost a risk to reward of 1:3. So I really hope you took this trade, guys. That was a great trade on the euro against the Swiss franc. And remember, I'm still in this for 20% as well. All right, guys, so that was the recap from yesterday. Let's take a look now at today's potential trades. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap, then please smash that like button. Yeah, it really helps support the channel, and tell your friends about us. Tell them to come join Simply Forex. Right, guys, so trades for Tuesday, the 12th of April. We've got 4 potential trades. 3 are the same as yesterday. So the first one is this. This is the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Okay, and as you can see, guys, we were seeing price was in an uptrend. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But then a new high wasn't created. Okay, and eventually these lows here, are broken. Okay, with this candle, and then yesterday's candle as well. So structure has changed. Yeah, we have lower lows, and we've got 2 negative bearish candles. So I still think we can take price back down to this blue line, or even this blue line here. All right, guys, so yeah, we're looking to short this market. Let's look at H1 for execution. So yeah, I've changed my grey zones a little bit, guys. Obviously, you know, as the market changes, your grey zones will change as well. Okay, so we've got 2 potential grey zones. The first one is this. Yeah, so price could retrace up into this grey zone, which corresponds with these last highs. And then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern. This is always our trigger to enter the market. We'll then take price back down to this low here. As long as we get a risk to reward of 1:1, we'll close 80% of the trade, and then we'll let 20% run down to our higher time frame targets. Okay, if that doesn't happen, let me zoom out a little bit. Price could retrace up into this grey zone. Okay, and then again, all we want to see is a bearish candlestick pattern form. We'll take price back down to these lows. This will be our first target, and then let 20% run. Okay, guys. So New Zealand US dollar, we're still looking to short this market. The next one, guys, is this. This is the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. So as you can see, guys, again, price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Didn't create a higher high, okay? But it also didn't create a lower low, It held on here. And then there was a lot of indecision. The market didn't know what to do until we got this red bearish candle here, which just broke these last lows here. Okay, so for me, structure has changed. We are now in a downtrend because we have lower lows. And all I want to do, guys, is from our grey zone, let's take price back down to this blue line or even this blue line. Okay, so New Zealand Canadian dollar, we're looking to short. Let's look at H1 for execution. So guys, we want price to retrace up into this grey zone, which it already has. And now we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern. We want something to tell us that sellers are in control, basically. Okay, when we get that, we will enter the market. We will take price back down to this last low here, where we'll close 80%, and then we can leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so New Zealand Canadian dollar also short. The third trade today is this. This is the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. So obviously, guys, we're seeing a lot of New Zealand weakness today. Okay, similar scenario to the others. So higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And then these lows here were broken, with this candle here. Okay, so structure now tells me that we are in a downtrend. Okay, and then this high isn't taken out. In fact, price reacts at this high. Okay, so we've been shorting this market since then, pretty much. And now, yesterday, we had another bearish candle that broke this low. Okay, so now we have more lower lows. So I definitely think this market can come down lower. Okay, so we're looking to take it down to this blue line here, guys. Okay, so we're looking to short this market. Let's look at H1 for execution. So we've got a couple of grey zones, guys. So first of all, price could come up into this grey zone, which basically corresponds with these last lows here, this area of resistance. All right, and then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. As always, this is our trigger to enter. If we get a risk to reward of 1:1, we can close 80% of the trade at this last low, and then we can leave 20% to run. Okay, price could retrace all the way up to this grey zone. I don't expect it to, but it could. And then again, bearish candlestick pattern. We enter, we take price back down to these last lows. We close 80% and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys. So New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc short as well. The last one, the last trade for today is this. This is the euro against the Swiss franc. So not only am I seeing New Zealand dollar weakness, I'm also seeing Swiss franc strength. Okay. And again, guys, we've been shorting this market for a long time now. All right, because price came up, created a high, created a low, didn't create a new high, so we wasn't in an uptrend. And it wasn't until this low was broken and it gives us confirmation that we are back in a downtrend. And then, as you can see, from our grey zone, we had a very bearish candle form yesterday. Okay, so all of this combined tells me that we can take price lower. Firstly, down to this psychological level at 0,100, and then even this last low here, this blue line. All right, guys, so yeah, Euro Swiss franc short. Let's look at H1 for execution. All right, so yeah, tweaked my grey zones a little. So what we're going to see, guys, is price retrace up into this grey zone, okay? This is very common, this pattern, guys, where price comes down, it breaks the area of resistance, comes back up, tests that area of resistance, which now becomes support, and then price comes back down. This is very common pattern, guys, in the markets, okay? So that's what we want to see. We want to see price come back up into this grey zone. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. Okay, then we'll take price firstly back down to this low if we get a risk to reward of 1:1. All right, and then we can leave 20% on the trade to take back down to our higher time frame targets. Okay, because of the bearishness of the daily candle, I don't expect price to retrace all the way back up to here. Okay, but it could. All right, and if it does, then again, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern, and then we'll probably take price back down to this area here, okay, and then close 80% and then leave 20% to run. Okay, so yeah, they're the 4 trade ideas for today, guys. Let's take a look at the crazy world of news now. Guys, if you've been enjoying this daily morning analysis and would like to receive it every single morning, then smash the subscribe button and then smash the notification button. That way you'll receive an alert every morning when we release the video. All right, guys, so go ahead and do that and come join us at Simply Forex. Okay, so the news for today, guys. As you can see, nothing overnight really, guys, of interest. And then first of all, at 6 o'clock GMT, we've got average earnings and the claimant count change coming out of the UK. So yeah, employment data. So 2 3-star ratings. This could really move any pound pair. If we carry on down, the next 3-star rating that we're interested in is this at 9 o'clock. We've got economic sentiment coming out of the euro. So again, a 3-star rating. This could affect any euro pair. We carry on down at 12:30 GMT coming out of the US. We've got CPI data, so inflation data. Again, this will move any US dollar pair. If we carry on down, guys, the last 3-star rating that we're interested in today is this at 4 o'clock GMT. We've got the energy outlook. All right, so yeah, that could move any US dollar pair as well. Okay, guys, so yeah, that's the news for today. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow.